Top of the morning, afternoon, night, depending on where you at. It's the Pope, man. Back with another video. Listen, I appreciate all the love lately, man. Been coming out. Y'all been subscribing, y'all been liking, y'all been commenting. It's great when that happens, because you know when people do these videos and nobody really comment and interact with each other, or have it's kind of like what's going on. But y'all been going at it, man. It's a lot of talk. It's a lot of conversation going back and forth through the YouTube community about Caitlin Clark and her rise and star and people hating on her and the race bait and all this other stuff, right? And I'm gonna bring it to you straight. I'm gonna always be frank about the situation. And listen, I done a little digging a little bit, man, because it wasn't sitting right that why all of a sudden Lisa Bluder retired, right? And I know everybody calling for Christy Side's job. And I wonder when did people start calling for her job? And it was after she made those comments that how Caitlin Clark be dancing around or standing around, and now she has better players than she had at Iowa. So basically, poo-pooing on Iowa's players. You feel me? And they coach. She really, listen, real talk. If you go and pay attention, she was saying the way Caitlin Clark was allowed to play, that style of play was not good basketball. That's what she was saying. She's saying we got to break her of bad habits. And that's word from word. Break her of bad habits. So you mean to tell me the two-time runner-up, back-to-back, going to the national title back-to-back years, her coach let her have bad habits, that the players wasn't that good? You got better. You won 13 games last year, and you got the nerve to say she has better players around her? Why? Because they're in the WNBA? Because they only won 13 games, so how good are they for real? Neither here nor there, right? But let's go ahead and get on to what Lisa Bluder had to say. And this, let me just listen, pay attention, because this interview happened before she retired. This interview took place before she retired and before Chelsea Sides made these terrible comments. Let's listen. I'll chime back in.
Well, it's exciting. I know you're not going to drop off as much as people think you may. I'm excited for you. I want to go to draft night, because we all knew Caitlin was going to be number one. Everyone knew that. It was a sigh of relief when her name came across and Kathy Ingerbrook called her name. You were sitting at the table with Caitlin and with her family. There was this incredible rush of emotion that came over you. And I texted you right after I saw it, because it was so you. I mean, it was so organic and a spur of the moment thing. Was that just a washover of everything that you've done? Because soon after that, Kate Martin was drafted as well, and that had to have been as much a blessing for you as Caitlin.
Yeah, I think that the emotions of it being a reality, right? Like, I don't get to coach her anymore. I'm handing her off to somebody else. That part, but also it's the end of an era. It's the end of, it's like officially closing that book of being able to coach one of the best women's basketball players of all time.
Says a lot. Says a lot. If you paid attention. She said, look, she was devastated. She had to close the book of being able to coach one of the best players of all time. Mind you, ladies and gentlemen, this is before she retired. At this point in time, if you right when the video played, I know I edited and did my thing, but right before, she said it won't be much of a drop off. Basically, the Iowa team. She was fully planning on going back to Iowa and coaching. She even spoke on in that very interview, which I'm gonna put down in the description to where you can get the whole interview. She was saying that she had the top 9 recruiting class. So they went out and recruited and everything and was ready. They already knew they was losing Caitlin Clark. But she was talking about how the effect of Caitlin Clark and what she did for the program of Iowa and everything like that, how it built them up. They came in this year with the highest recruiting class that they ever had before, right? and she spoke on how, yeah, at the draft night she lost it, bunch of emotions because she's losing. She's not gonna be able to coach one of the greatest women basketball players of all time, right? So why did she retire after? Really, she was all the way. This is now about around preseason time where she's doing this interview of the WNBA. Okay, this is after her season. So Caitlin Clark is drafted. She on a fever, all that good stuff. So she planned on going back to Iowa, and all of a sudden, I just thought it was a little bit strange that she retired like that. And then that made me say, well, when was the day that she announced her retirement? And it was on the 13th. I said, when was the day that that interview came out when Chelsea Sides talked that shit about Caitlin Clark shooting deep threes and having bad habits, and now she's playing with better players? 13th. I say, wow. Oh, okay. I said, oh, okay. So now you mean to tell me the coach, her Lisa Bluder, who used to coach Caitlin in Iowa, fully planned on going back to Iowa and coaching, heard that interview from Christy Slides, and then immediately just all of a sudden said, you know what, I'm going to retire. Knowing she want to coach. You can tell she fully ready still to coach. She's 100% a coach, right? So soon as everybody got this, because after that Christy Sides interview, a lot of Fever fans and Caitlin Clark fans in general was saying she got to go. She only won 13 games last year. She need to go. And she talking like this, she got to go. And as everybody's saying in the comments, she got to go, she got to go. You better believe Lisa Bluder said, yeah, she got to go. Not only is she trying to take away from Caitlin's game, she basically called my style of play, bad habits that Caitlin Clark has developed playing for me, right? Which my resume is looking very lovely, even if it's college. What does Christy Sides' resume look like? So all I'm saying is let's check out another little clip, man. Check out another clip, Coach Lisa Bluder, how she speaks on the shade that Caitlin been catching. Let's check it out. I'm gonna chime back in.
And all the things that have come with what I call Clarkonomics. I'm not going to make you comment on this because I don't understand why people would be throwing shade at Caitlin just because everyone's going to stand to make more money. Every single person in the game is going to be better off because we've had Caitlin Clark come along. What can you say about Caitlin? And I know people probably said, tell us something about her that nobody knows, or tell us something about her that maybe is not as obvious. When you think about her going to the Fever and what she's going to be able to accomplish with that group of talent that they have, and they do have some talent there, so they are going to be expected to win. What would you say about Caitlin that might surprise people, that they think they know everything about this 22-year-old kid from Iowa?
Well, first of all, I before I talk about that, Debbie, I got to go back to people throwing shade at Caitlin, because honestly, it's mind-boggling, to be quite honest, because you can just look at Iowa as a case study to what she has brought our basketball program to, not only in Iowa, but at a national level. And why would anybody want to put a dent in that or to slow it down, the movement? That's absolutely bewildering to me. So, what could I tell you about Caitlin? I just think that people don't see her as this person that is so genuinely kind and so fun-loving and so giving and wants to help so many people. You just see the competitor out there. You see a little bit of the cockiness, and that's okay, right? That's who she is on the floor. But off the floor, she's just an amazing young lady with almost straight A's, and a foundation that wants to help kids So she's a great teammate. She took care of her teammates, and I think that they'll find that at the next level, that how great of a teammate that she really is.
Interesting. Now, I love the part where, see, the interviewer, she told her, you don't even got to answer this or comment on this, but she started telling her about the shade that's being thrown at Caitlin Clark. And sure enough, her coach, Lisa Bluder, she say, no, let me go back to that. Let me go back to the shade that's been going. She say, man, it's mind-boggling, right? It's mind-boggling. You understand me? Especially if you knew her off the court, she one of the sweetest sweethearts, period. She's a good person all the way around the board. Reason being why she's very marketable. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you're not marketable just on what you do on the court. It's how people take to you off the court as well. Definitely, right? You're not marketable if you're John Morant and you're on IG with guns. You can be the dope player all you want, but you damn near lost your contract because you're being stupid, right? You can be an MVP, 3-time MVP like Nikola Jokic, right? But is he marketable? Is he relatable to the people? No, he's not. So they don't push him out there in front like that, right? You got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Luka Doncic, who had better seasons than Ant Edwards. But they talking about Ant Edwards being the face of the NBA. Why? More so than them. Why? Because he has a personality that's relatable and people like his competitiveness or whatever the case may be. Not just his game. His game plus his personality. That goes. If you're an asshole off the court, just like a Antonio Brown, if you do stupid shit off the field, don't nobody rock with that. Don't nobody. A lot of people, it's a turnoff. It's a turnoff, big, huge. You don't get endorsement deals and contracts when you're running through the plane like Erica Wheeler talking about gang members. Nobody. You can be good on the court, but when you put shit out that you do off the court, that's side eye. It ain't gonna fly. I gotta bring this up because Caitlin Clark, that's another thing. She does nothing off the court that should make people talk about her or be in disgust how why she gets the publicity and all of the shit that she gets, as if I just don't get it. She's a negative type of person. She's super positive all the time every time I see her move. She could be behind closed doors, I don't know. But so far, all I see is her teammates standing up for her, sticking with her through all of this shit. Even now, I heard you see her Iowa teammates that didn't get drafted, they be at the games. Her coach, Lisa Bluder, she be at her Fever games. They support this girl all the way through and through. They rocking with her. So it's got to mean she not too big of a diva to where it's all me. I carry y'all. You ain't really that good of a coach type of attitude, and y'all really not that good of players type of attitude. But she didn't have that. Seems to me the opposite, right? Which is very telling to me when you go look at my video. I did a video with Erica Wheeler is on a plane. She going live on a chartered flight that Caitlin Clark got them, and she views over to Caitlin Clark. If you look at her, she's sitting by herself on the other side in the front, headphones on, really seems not to be concerned with none of them, or they not concerned with her neither. First thing one of her teammates said was, "Say something, Caitlin, like say something." You can tell they don't rock with her and she don't rock with them. They don't have that connection at all. Because I can guarantee you, listen, Iowa, they had charter flights all her 4 years over there. They had charter flights. I bet you if somebody went live IG or had to share a story of what they was doing, I bet she wasn't sitting by herself. Bet you she wasn't sitting by herself. Yeah. So that told me a lot. When I seen her sitting by herself with her headphones on, non-bothered about what the fuck they got going on, gang member shit, that told me, yeah, that's not a good connection already. You got the coach who best friends with the girl with the camera, Erica Wheeler, talking about gang members. They best friends, supposedly, I'm hearing, through the grapevine. This is crazy, right? So, Lisa Bluder said, nah, this shit, y'all not finna do my girl like this. I'm gonna be available. I'm gonna make myself available to, even if they don't fire Christy Slides this year, I'm gonna make myself available for when they do fire to be right in position to get interviewed. And ain't no way in the fuck world. And listen, I was thinking, what is it? Why did she retire? Is she too old? Hell no. She got all the, you can tell in these interviews, she got all the passion in the world to keep coaching. So is it health problems? No. What was it? Her team trash? Did everybody hit the transfer portal all of a sudden? Well, no, she had the number 9 recruiting class coming in. With Gabby still over there. Hannah. Oh, Hannah's still over there. Baller. Hannah coming back with the top 9. Shit, yeah, you can be. And she's a coach. She was looking forward to going back to Iowa until after Christy Sides said what she said in that interview. It is funny to me. I don't know about you. Let me know in the comments. But it's funny to me that she retired that day out of nowhere. Let me know what you think, man. Hit the like button. I can't make this shit up, bro. You understand me? Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. It's the Pope. Peace and love. I'm out.